Mukuntraj, I see Web3 combined with VR is the next big thing for more sophisticated life and experience. Very well said, Mukuntraj. It's very important that how these virtual realities and mixed reality that we call, they are changing the way we live. In fact, you don't need to. In fact, you don't need to go to the shops. In fact, there are places where we can go and experience the physical world just from your comfort of your home, right? And then, of course, that's the tech part. Uh, More than that, I think Vishwanath is talking about because it is decentralized, right? And the real power comes in decentralization and getting the power in the hands of the community, enabling the community to participate in the business. Now you become a stakeholder in the business. Is that not important? I mean, just being a consumer, just being a purchaser, that we all have been through our life. But what if somebody says, okay, you go and buy from here, and if you buy things from here, I will give you equity in the company. I mean, there cannot be a better model than that, right? Now, I'm not saying that there is no problem in that. Of course, when any technology, if you know and look at the Gartner's hype cycle, any technology when it comes, in the beginning, it becomes, it really gets highlighted. Then the real problems start coming in that people start looking at those problems and start coming up with some solutions to those. And then there is a maturity curve where the technology stabilizes. And once this technology gets stabilized, after that, you really see the real value, of the tech. For example, if you remember the dot-com boom and crash that really happened, a couple of decades before, that the same thing was there. Everybody, jumped into the game there, and everybody started creating websites. The problem was that many of them or most of them were not solving any real problem. So the whole dot-com, crashed. But from that ashes only, many companies, successful companies came. In fact, I was looking at one of the companies which in the luxury sector, they were one of the first companies to start, the uh, to start the whole shopping in Web2, right? So, guys, we'll start very soon. Give me a couple of minutes and we will start. Yeah. So I see some more responses here. Anova, I think that Web3 is in need as the technology evolves. Absolutely. Very, very correctly mentioned. Sumit Jaiswal, for privacy, Web3 app will help to prevent data leak. See, I think there are many technologies which kind of helps you do that in terms of the data leak and in terms of uh, security. But I think it is more than that, in my opinion. We definitely we have to take care of these aspects, but I think there is a lot more than privacy, in my opinion. Karthik says Web3 is future. It will become a trust wealth platform that rapidly overcomes the centralized scamming site and recommendations categories that make people to fall for the thing that isn't necessary to them. Yeah, I think absolutely. See, all these recommendation engines based on the machine learning algorithms, all those things are fine. I don't think they are the real problem. The real problem is that the consumer is not being adequately rewarded, or they're not being made a part of the profit making that these central entities they do. That is not fair. You are the content creator, you get 10%, 15%, 85% is being kept by the entities, which is not fair, right? I think that is very, very important thing. Mukund Rajan says again, nowadays in YouTube, as we can learn almost anything, but we cannot experience how it works in Web3. Anyone can customize their learning pace with critical understanding of every concepts, can come up with more effective ideas and real world. Absolutely, Mukund Raj. So that's what I was talking about. That, how do you see everything could be built in Web3, serving the same business problem, but providing much more freedom, much more participation to the people who are making this system. That is important here. Yeah. So Paley Deek is talking about security. Yeah, security is there. I agree. But then I think ownership is participation, ownership, incentive sharing. These are, very, very important points. Okay. Uh, Anova says, as the evolving technology creates a great impact in our society, so Web3 will make our society. Absolutely. I mean, see, in my opinion, I absolutely agree with Anova that any technology that we are talking about, if it does not impact the real life, then that technology is of no use, in my opinion. The tech has to improve the life. The tech has to improve the way we live. That should be the intent of this technology. And as I look at any technological innovations throughout the history of life, you will see that all these innovations really have improved the way people live. That's very, very important. Yeah, and it improves equality. Vishwanath is saying it also improves equality. Absolutely. See the point, and that's where the gap between the two, or the gap between different segments. Why is this gap there? First of all, right? Because somebody has access to information, somebody has got control. Now, the moment you have an environment which provides the equality, then of course this disparity also reduces, right? Yeah, Sachin talks about cyber piracy and middlemen can be prevented by using Web3, where data can be absolutely. Now, there are several types of attacks we already know, but these things could happen at some point in time, Sachin, when we really are very, very clear about decentralizing every piece of the application. Now, if you imagine today, if you are creating a DApp or Web3 application, and a lot of your application also depends on the Web2 piece of the component, then you still are living with that problem. But I think this is a progression, and we definitely should see some improvement in that. Right. Fantastic. I think so many great thoughts came, from all of you. Mario talks about Web3 will play a huge role in technological democracy, 100%. And I agree with Mario that